Yeah, so recording started. Okay, so hello everyone. I'm Nitish Jain. Welcome to Surat MuleSoft Meetup 84. And today's topic is real-time customer support case management. And agenda for today: introductions and real-time customer support case management architecture and other details by Rajiv Ranjan. So organizers, myself Nitish Jain, and I co-lead with Jiten Bafna at Surat MuleSoft Meetup chapter. Uh, Safe harbor statement. So both speaker and host are organizing this meetup in individual capacity, and we are not representing our companies. This presentation is strictly for learning purpose. We do not hold any responsibility that the same solution will work for you for your business requirement. And this presentation is meant for, not meant for any promotional activities. Housekeeping. So I'm recording the session and I'll be sharing within 24 hours on the same meetup page where you have done the RSVP for meetup. For questions, you can ask in chat or you can come over mic and ask the question. You can also wait for some minutes, like if speaker is giving a demo, so he might showcase you what you might be looking for. After that, give us feedback. It really helps us to know what you want in the meetup topics. So yeah, I'll hand over to Rajiv, today's speaker. Over to you, Rajiv. I'll stop sharing.
Hey, thank you, Nitish. Okay, so let me start sharing. Okay, so just let me know if my screen is visible.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, so just switching to the presentation mode. Fine. So currently, I'm working into this Brilio as a technical architect and holding almost 15 years of experience. I think I will say I was fortunate enough. I was born and brought up into the integration world. Okay, so almost a decade of experience into the TIPCO and Delbumi. And since last 5 years, I was fortunate enough to work into the MuleSoft. In all these three integrations, I think I have certified at the architect level. Okay, and now I think lots of the things is also coming. Okay, so along with this integrations, I'm also trying to my footprint into this Salesforce ecosystems. So as part of this today's use case, we are going to see like how this all in a very collaborative way, how this technology stack is working. Okay, you can connect with my LinkedIn. Okay, I also enthusiastic about write some blogs. So blogs is like whenever we used to face any like the like a small data we related use case or anything. So, okay, so for my future reference and sharing with others, I am passionate about to writing these blogs. So coming to this, feel free to stop me wherever you need any things. Okay, so just so today use case is just like we have already seen, like whenever anything is coming, okay, like any issues in our like either in our like mobile phone or any household. Okay, we used to call our customers. Okay, and we raise the complaint or we can say the cases. Okay, and then it is in the back end, it is going to take care the resolutions. Okay, the I think the analyst is going to check, review it, and it's also going to give us the update. Okay, so in very overall we will see. Okay, okay, in this Salesforce ecosystem, we have been seeing that like suppose Salesforce Service Cloud is being used as a CRM. Okay, where case is going to enter. Okay, once case is going to enter, okay, this case needs to travel. Okay, because for like to give provide this resolutions. So from this Salesforce Service Cloud, it is going to travel to the our Salesforce Data Cloud, because there we need to also the enriching the data for the different segmentations or the further analysis. So that will also see how it is going to, and also it is going to give the real time notifications throughout the mail, SMS, or like Slack. Okay, so this is like the real time notifications when I'm talking about. So this is for the analyst who has the group. Okay, they are looking for if any case is coming, okay, or not, and they are going to take care for that. One real time notifications happen like whenever we are going to send the emails or SMS. Okay, so these are the overall system overview where we will see how this whole thing is going to happen. Okay, so this pictures where we are discussing, this is giving us the typical, the traditional way how the things was working. Okay, now if you see the agentic era is which is coming. Okay, so this is going to a little bit enhanced way we will also see. Okay, how our agent will have this capability to take the inputs or customer can directly use to create the cases. Okay, and this is going to happen into the Salesforce Service Cloud. Okay, and from the Salesforce Service Cloud it is going to use our existing channel integrations to send it to our Slack for the notifications and through the data cloud. Okay, so data cloud is just for the see like how. So whenever we are talking about data cloud, so this is we are talking about the streaming real time ingestion. Okay, because this is the happening in the real times. Okay, because the data cloud is also like holding this data like whenever we are going to do the bulk. Okay, so that we are not going to see as part of this demo. We'll only see the real time ingestion. Okay, so this is the second like the agentic era of the our traditionals. Okay, now if suppose we have developed our agent. Okay, and in near future, so what we are going to think that suppose we used to interact through our MuleSoft. Okay, through the legacy systems or the new era systems. Okay, but think from that perspective. Suppose a particular use case, like suppose we can say the promotion ones. Okay, which we used to do like the in our like the retail system very usually. Okay, so they used to expose the third party system or legacy system one API, and we from the MuleSoft is going to invoke and get this data. What happened if they are going to expose the agent? Okay, and they are going to say, hey, we have exposed our agent is there. Okay, what you need to do, just call our agent. Okay, through the mules. Okay, and how we can able to like get those data through the like the agent from mule to agent. Okay, so that is the a little bit enhanced way. Okay, so here the third version we are going to see here, like how this is mule is going to represent the agent force connectors. Okay, so through mule how we are going to connect the same agents which we have already using, or that is the activated agent. Okay, and how this whole things we are going to initiate, communicate, continue through this our MuleSoft connectors. Okay, so the purpose of this today's demo is to just show how traditional it is going to work. Okay, how the agentic is going to work, and how the MuleSoft is going to interact with the agent and rest of the things which is the underlying architecture is taking place. Okay, so these are the key components and their roles which have been already I have like discussed. Like Salesforce Service Cloud is going to like involve here, Salesforce Data Cloud is going to involve here. Okay, Slack is going to for the real time or team collaborations. Okay, MuleSoft is doing lots of things. Okay, which is going to, so once the case is going to create into the Service Cloud. Okay, so the Service Cloud is going to trigger a platform events. Okay, and by using the async or ed event driven architectures, MuleSoft is going to receive it. Okay, and it is publishing to the anypoint MQ. Okay, from that anypoint MQ there is another API who is basically taking it. Okay, and it's sending to the data cloud. Okay, along with that it is also publishing to the another queue where the Slack notifications, and through the another queue the email notifications is happening. Okay, so basically this overall, if you define, so agentic, okay, MuleSoft connector, and if I'll say about the integration patterns, so it is the async communications plus EDA architecture and plus MOM based architecture we are going to see in overall. So we don't have most like the much theoretical on this, so without wasting these things, if you have any questions or any things you want to discuss, feel free to ask. Otherwise we can switch to the demo. Okay, so let me quickly go into the demo. Okay, so I will start my first API. Okay, so this is the customer case event pops up. Okay, so here I will going to explain it. Okay, so if you see that, where it is going, yeah. So here I have used the async API. Okay, async API. This is the which is already live with this MuleSoft. So what I have used here, the Salesforce case event is going to publish, MuleSoft is going to subscribe, and it is publishing to the AMQ. Okay, so here if you'll see, two servers are involved here, and along with this, once the two servers are there, we have the two protocols as well. So if you see this server, one is the Salesforce server, okay, there, and there we are using the API PubSub, okay, and this protocol is Salesforce PubSub. The second is the AMQ server. So from this Salesforce server, okay, we are going to subscribe, okay, on AMQ we are going to publish it, okay. So these are the existing channels I have used, okay, and these are the queue where this is going to published, okay, and these are the data schema. Okay, I have created what are the things we need to subscribe and what are the things we need to publish. So this is the async API I have used. Okay, we'll quickly see this. Okay, so this is the, we are going to listen it. Okay, we are listening. Okay, and we are using the Salesforce server. Okay, and here this is the request for our for the create event, because whenever anything is going to happen over the sales, like cases, either the case is going to create it or case is going to update it. Okay, and this is the flow reference we have used, like where we are publishing. So here if you see, while we are publishing to MQ, we haven't used the MQ. Okay, we are not using the direct, the async API. Okay, and here you see, and this is the server name, which is the AMQ server. Channel name is associated with this server. So how we can be able to see how this async API is the created? Let's see quickly here. So here you see this API kit for the async API configurations. Okay, we have the two things. One is the AMQ server, one is the Salesforce server. Okay, and this is nothing but our this AnyPoint MQ configuration, and this is our Salesforce PubSub configurations. Okay, so this is for the PubSub one. Okay, the second API is going to, once it is going to publish to the data cloud, on the AnyPoint MQ. So this second API, who is going to subscribe from this queue, okay, and it is doing the data cloud, okay, in JSON. Okay, so how this is going to do? So like suppose if it is the create event, okay, so if you see here the data cloud in JSON, so we are using the streaming insert object, okay, while putting into. So the payload which is coming, so already we have to create the API. Okay, how this API we had to create means we have to create the data streaming into the data cloud. Okay, so this data streaming into data cloud already I have created. How this is going to create? So let me show you quickly. Yeah. So what we need to do, this is also following the, whenever we need to create the ingestion, streaming ingestion into the Salesforce. Okay, so we have to use the open API specifications, and just inside the components we have to define the data model schemas. Okay, which means that what all fields or what is your object which is you are going to ingest into the data cloud. So here I have given case. Okay, this is the object. Okay, and these all fields which I am pushing it. Okay, two things which is very important while we are creating these things, we must be at least two numbers, or we can say the two fields which must help to uniquely identify. Okay, so here we are using record ID. Okay, how this record ID is going to help. Okay, and second thing, we are using the date. Okay, so at least one date and time field must be there whenever we are going to create as a profile or the engagement. Okay, so this must be. Why this needs? Because see, for the create it is fine, but whenever you are going to update it, okay, this unique identifications is going to update against a date and time. So this is mandatory. Okay, if any data models or date and time is not there, so you cannot update that. Okay, so this at least whatever the data model we have created, we need to make sure these two things are there. Okay, so that we have done. Okay, and it is ingesting here. Okay, so this is for similar way. We will see how we are going to create the Slack request from that, because whenever we have ingested into the data mod, this case into the data cloud, we are also notifying the Slack like the case has been created. Okay, so these are the data weave expressions. Okay, how I'm creating this case. Okay, and this is how this. So I will show you. Okay, not this one. So these are the things, like whenever a case is going to create, we will see how this kind of the, sorry, this kind of the notifications is coming. Okay, so this notifications is similar to like this data models. Okay, how this is coming. Just I think to make it lucrative or attentive, I put some emojis over. So that is also, we'll see how this is going to work. Okay, and while we are going to send the notifications, if you see, we have the also, where it is gone, this is the flow reference for Slack notifications. We'll go, yeah, so we are publishing this to the AnyPoint MQ for a one Slack, which is going to dedicatedly taken care about this Slack notifications. So excuse me, so this is for the Slack. Okay, similar way for the email, we are also going to send to the AnyPoint MQ. So there is a separate dedicated we are going to see. Similar way, like whenever we have the existing one. Okay, so although that is not required, but just for the sake of, okay, against the record ID, we are checking whether this has been exist or not. Okay, and if it is going to exist, then we are similar way we are creating one of the uh, request for the ingestion. Okay, and we are sending it to the, again, the Slack notifications for the update, because that we little. So what happened, like suppose if case is already created and you are updating some things, which means that we have to use the same thread. Okay, it's not the separate notifications we need to publish it. Okay, so which means that, like suppose here if you see how this is, like the earlier it was new, then happened to the mediums. Okay, now from here new, if someone has changed this status, like analyst started working, so it is working, and this priority is medium. Okay, suppose due to some things, like if they made the change as a high critical, it is going to update here. Okay, if it is going to like escalated, it is also. So in the same thread we need to make sure it is going to like send the notification, not as a separate thread. So that will also see. So similar way we are sending for the update as well. Okay, okay, so this is for the data cloud part ingestion. Okay, Now coming to our Slack notifications. So this Slack notifications also is the like subscribing whatever we have sent. Okay, and this is the payload. Okay, one thing we have to like whenever sending this Slack for the case creation, we need to make sure that we are going to store the timestamp of that particular Slack entry, because against that timestamp only we have to update. Otherwise, it will be going to update as a separate thread. So this is the reason here we are storing these value as a part of the object stores. Okay, and later at the in the case of the, what do you can say, for the update case, okay, we are using this. Okay, so this is the reason here we are like, this is for the send message. Okay, while we are sending this message, so just creating the payload and send it. Okay, this is the reaction, and this is the storing the timestamps. Okay, in the case of the update, we are retrieving the timestamps. Okay, and then we are using for as a update. Okay, so here if you see, like we are sending, but like update reply over existing case thread, so that we are using it. Okay, so it is pretty much okay. If you see this email notifications, okay, that is also pretty much. So what we did here, okay, we have created few templates. Okay, think from where it is gone. This is the template. Okay, so like whenever a case is going to create, and for the, so every like case update, case registered or case closed, okay, anything which we are going to notify the customer. So ideally speaking, whenever we are going to create the case, there must be a two things which is important. One is the account and one is the contact. So make sure that we are using the contact email ID to send the notifications. Okay, so here I'm going to use the only my Gmail ID to see how it is going to behave. Okay, so if you see here for the case create, so if you see, this kind of notifications is going to send. Okay, like case has been created and these are the placeholder value, in the real time it is going to update. Okay, if you see like here how it is, case update is going to happen, so it is going to send the like some, like the content will be case update review by analyst along with the case summary. Okay, if you are going to see the case closed one, so it is going to see like the case close as. Okay, so these three kinds of things. Okay, so these things like the notifications one, it is also possible to do into the Salesforce. Okay, but I think we use our this developer version, and there we have the limited number of the emails we can only send. So better to, I think this I use this. Okay, okay, so let's see how it is going to work. So first I will show you the plain demo. Okay, a very basic demo how it is going to happen. Okay, and then we will slowly, we will see how the agent will be going to work. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to new. Okay, and I'm going to create, like suppose this is the account, I can see anything, like suppose electronics. Okay, breakdown new. Okay, make it low. Kesor is in our phone, or make it, sorry, web. Okay, these all are optional, so we not need to worry about. But here I will say, okay, what is this, electronics, or maybe see what you can say, the others. Okay, let's say PC is not working. Okay, PC is not working. Show it, show while booting. Okay, suppose I erase this. Okay, sample one. Let's see how it is going to. So at that moment, after sending here, we will see it should send these things to the data cloud. It should also send these notifications to the Slack, and we'll see the whether email is working or not. Okay, so I'm just saving this. So say our case has been created. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this is running. Okay, so see, in our Slack, we can able to see we have received this case. See this 1106. Okay. Okay, case registered email notifications. I think there may be some issue with this, but okay, anyhow, this email is not working. That is fine. Okay, so we will see here the case notifications is coming. Okay, like is working. So this has been created here notifications. Okay, although I will see. Okay, maybe this app has been whatever this email connectivity. Oh, so app which has created that has been maybe expired or time out something. So let's ignore for the time being. Okay, but we have received this our notifications here. Okay, now what we need to see, we need to see this into our um, data cloud. Okay, so I will just go through how the data cloud is going to work. Okay, so in the data cloud, whenever we create our ingestion, okay, so let me see how we used to create. Okay, what that is called, ing ingestion API. Let's see. Yeah, so that is called the ingestion API. Okay, so yeah, so like this is the ingestion API which basically establish the connection between our the service cloud. Okay, or like enable to communicate with the data cloud. Okay, so I have created one of the case event. How it is going to create? You have just give the name, one of the name any. Okay, just save it. Okay, and it is going to ask you upload your schema. Okay, so this schema is nothing but our this schema, this open API specifications one for our data models. So that need to upload it. Okay, so I will show you how I have created for this. So if you see this mule, I have uploaded this case, and here you can see the number of attributes are 16. Okay, we can able to download it. Okay, if any additions or any change is going to happen, we can able to update as well this schema. Okay, now coming to here. Okay, so this case has been created. Okay, now we will see. Okay, so how the flow is going to happen in this data cloud. So first, since the ingestion has been created, it's create the data stream. Once the ingestion has been successful, it is automatically create one of the data stream. So data stream basically allow you to, okay, land your records or any things like ingested into the data cloud. First, it is going to come through this streaming. So if you see here, the profile is object category. Okay, but I have selected is the engagement. Okay, and these are the fields like account, case number, contact ID created. These all I have created. Okay, so first thing is going to happen is the data stream. After that, you need to create the data lake object. So data lake object is nothing but a pool of all the objects. Okay, and that is not the refined one. Okay, this may be contain the duplicate value. Okay, because see here, if I'm taking this case, so this case be could be like the online mode. Okay, sometimes happened like the offline, like the store based case where the people are going to use the store based and their inventory is different, and on the like the nightly build or any times you need to like consolidate into the data cloud to make it uniform, a single representation of or 360 representation of your case. So in that case, okay, maybe your data lake will be different because you are loading the case from the files or somewhere else. So in that case it will be different. So here the data lake whatever the created, that will be non-uniforms. Okay, so if you see here, the case is there here, the in this engagement one. So this is the data lake. Okay, once you are going to create the data lake, now you have the opportunity, or we our called the data model object, which is going to enable, which means from this data lake, because it has going to contain the like all the records maybe, and for your unified or 360 representation, you maybe don't need this entire field. So in that case, we can create our data model. Okay, and data model is nothing but uniform, or you can say the a kind of the CDMs, okay, which is the generic one. We can able to either we can use the existing, which is provided by Salesforce, or we have the also we can create our own data models. So since in this case I have used the existing ones. Okay, so whenever you are going to create the data lake, it is by default it is going to give you this field map. So since I have mapped this, so it's showing like this many. If not mapped, it is going to show you like the 00. Okay, so once you're going to click the review, okay, you can able to see in the left hand is your data lake, and right hand side you can save on the data model. So as of now it is mapped, so you are going to say in the only one case, but at that time it is not mapped, you are going to say all the data models which are available. Okay, and if the customs or you have to create, so there will also option to create it, otherwise you can use the existing one. So here if you see I have used the existing one, but in existing one as well it has the provision if give you to add new field as a custom one. So if you see here 2 to 3 I have used as a custom one. Okay, so these are, so this is called the data mapping from the data lake object to DMO, because your whenever you are going to create the segmentations, identity resolutions, calculated insight, okay, it's basically the recommendation is you have to use the DMO, not a DLO. Okay, so because this is the refined data, so we are not going to, this is the not the scope of this model. Maybe we'll plan sometime next to see all this. Okay, so this has been like mapped. So how this through the data stream, through the DLO, okay, through the DMO, how it is going to land here, so that we are going to see. One thing is the data explorer, means you can able to see this like the data by using your data lake object. Like suppose I have the case one. So if you see, so it is going to see all the like the data lake object like which are there, you can be able to see this. Similar way, this is the data model. So this is for our case one, you can be able to see this all the records which are available. Okay, so through this also you can give the like the big pictures of that. But we are going to see this query editors, which is more I think we are familiar with, because it is also used the kind SOQL. So this is where you selected the DMO and you can see all the available DMO it's saying. So we are going to use the case. Okay, so just click the case, it is going to see okay these all fields are there. Create the query, okay, and select a stick from cat limit. Okay, we'll see where case number, okay, equals to this. So we'll see this case number is this. Okay, and we will run this query. So still it's not there. Let's see why.
The case reason.
Oh, okay, sorry. Oh, sorry. This is the reason I said okay. This is the case number. Sorry. Ah, this. Yeah. Yeah. So we can be able to see here. This is the case number has been already inserted into this. Okay. So let me make it more. I think no need to see all this. So we'll see case number. Okay. Case. Sorry. Status. Wait, showing status. Case status ID is showing. Okay. Case number. Okay. Fine. Case priority ID. Let's see what is showing. Case priority ID. Now case status ID. and we will see one of the last, we'll see last modified date. Okay, so that we can be able to see it. Okay, so case number, case priority. Okay, two times happened this priority. I will see in the case status. Okay, yeah, so that we will see. Okay, how it is going to change. Okay, so we can be able to see this has been successfully landed. Okay, that is also fine. And here into the Slack we can see this is the successfully happened. Okay, this email is not working because seems like I'm using the app, connected app of my Gmails. Okay, and since that has been expired, so there is no any issue. So this is the reason it is the separately there, so it's not going to impact. Okay, so let me see. So this case has been landed. Now let me suppose I have, and one thing you have noticed here, like whenever I have created the case, okay, we will see this task is also getting created. Okay, because as per the process, what is happening, like whenever a case is going to create, that is going to associated with a task, and some analyst is going to work over this task. Okay, so this is the, and now we will see how this is going to create. Okay, because we haven't, like throughout these things, we created this task. Okay, so this is basically we have created a flow, which is the record trigger flow into the Salesforce, that is the triggering. Okay, so we'll see that also. Okay, now suppose some analyst to look into that. Okay, and this created like as a working. Okay, and put some, like suppose I started working something. So let's see how it is going to work. Okay, so here it is working priority. Okay, so here seeing the case status updated. Okay, new to working, started working, it's come. Okay, now we have to see this is also going to, okay, so this is working fine. Okay, here, so channel this gratitude, thank you. Okay, so now we'll see whether this status update happened to our Slack or not. Okay, so if you see, we received one reply. Okay, and we can able to see here like case has been updated. You, so here earlier it was new, now the status is working. Okay, so like suppose if other analyst, or because this is the channel, okay, here the number of users will be there, analyst will be there, so they can have this visibility. Okay, this status is there. Okay, now we are going to see what happened into the data cloud. Okay, so let's see there and see. So for the, okay, how I can tell you. Okay, we will see this time. Okay, so this time is 15:0. Okay, and we'll see after running this query how this is going to see. This is also going to updated as a working low. Okay, so the reason behind to showing these things is because sometimes happened if we have to enrich our data to provide the customer for the 360 view. Okay, so this is the way through which the in real time ingestions, which is we can bring the data into the data cloud. Okay, so there is also like the bulk or the nightly build or the batch processing, but this is how in real time, although this things is whole things is happening into the service cloud. Okay, and somewhere else CRM, but this is also getting updated about that particular case which is happening. Okay, so this is the, I think the pretty much the traditional way we are dealing with here. Okay, now coming to our the, I think this agentic era. Okay, before that I will this agent. So what I have did, I have created this one agent. Okay, and this agent is the topic is the case agent. Okay, and here if you see, uh, This is the topic configuration, like the I have defined the scope, classifications, instructions, all these steps. Okay, how this is going to work, and it has the few actions. Okay, so it all related with the your case related. How this is going to, like, suppose if you have to create case new record, get case record by priority and status, add case internal comments. Okay, how to update case status and priority, get access records. Okay, close working escalated case. Okay, get individual case record details, all these things. So I will just quickly show you one things. The Like, suppose get individual case records. Okay, so these are the actions. How the action is going to work, for that I have created flows. Okay, by using the flows builders. Okay, we can create our apex coded, like those who are like aware about. But I think from the apex classes, I think this is the pretty much easy what I feel. Okay, so I have created the flow. Okay, and this flow is associated with that particular actions. Okay, so whenever we are going to send, okay, case, okay, like fetch me this case record. So it is going to give, okay, case record found. Okay, case record found response. Okay, if it is not going to found, so how the response is going to happen. Okay, and the important thing is, although we have created this full flow, how is going to, the important thing which is very important for your agent is to give the agent action instruction very clearly, because your agent is going to learn these things. Okay, and validate your query or any customers or user query against this. Okay, so this is the overall agent action, how I have done. Okay, where you have to assign, what you have to do. Okay, what the input needs to take from the customers, this is also need to define here. Okay, like suppose case numbers, if suppose asking, okay, I need to get one details of the case. Okay, so you need to make sure that you give the instructions. Okay, if customer or user does not provide this value, ask them to provide. Means uncertainty, if you are not going to give case number, it is not going to proceed. Okay, along with, if you have, suppose the I have, if you see the multiple choices here. Okay, multiple choice. Okay, like the this is also one output. Okay, this is also like one of the output, if you see. Okay, if you see, this is also one output, this is also one output. Okay, so for each output, what is the purpose and how this is going to, you have to also give the instructions. Okay, and which is the input, you have to like require input, which is the output, so in the conversation. So this is going to show you. Okay, so we will see how this is going to behave. Okay, okay, so let me, okay, did I close the agent? Oh, so I close the agent. Let me open this agent. Okay, so okay, here we can able to see agent is not required. Okay, so this is the agent force agent. This is the my case management agent force. So I'm going to open this. Okay, and this is open in a builder. Yeah. So this agent is already activated. Okay, so suppose if I'm going to say hi. Okay, so see how this is going to, so this case we have just created. Okay, I just wanted to fetch this. Okay, agent, can you fetch, can you can you provide a did, can you provide details about the case? Hope my screen is visible, because the font size is, I think, little low. So hope we all are sync, right?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay. So here I'm asking, can you provide a details about a case? So it's see how intelligently it's asking. Could you please provide a case number for your case? Would you like to? I send these things to him. See. So it's fetching. It was, if you notice, it was saying that fetching the case details, and here is your case details. If you see, if you look into this overall reasoning, how this has been started. So this is the user prompt high. Okay, so this is the reasoning topic selection. Okay, okay, fine. Whenever I said that, can you provide a details about a case? Okay, so it said the what the prompt has been used. Okay, and on the basis of this, like reasoning topic selections, which is the, I think they are the logic. Okay, it is going to selected this topic called case management. Okay, and it is in the case management, it found that it has the 7 actions associated with. Now on, it is going to give the response on the basis of that. He like, sure, could you please provide me the case number for, would you like to? Okay, so I prompted these things. Okay, so intelligently it's uh, reasoning topic selection prompt use. Okay, and this is also sent. Okay, these are the so again it is the topic is same. Okay, and there are action, but in looking into all these actions, it intelligently or wisely, by matching this all the reasoning criteria or business rule. Okay, it is going to set the get individual case records. Okay, so this is the reason I said whenever we are going to create the actions, okay, that particular instruction is very important. So how quickly it is going to fetch it. So it take the input as a case number, and it going to give the all these outputs. Okay, so now in that case, I want to add a comments or a case. So I'm going, I want to add a comment over case. Okay, so suppose I'm giving this same case number. Okay, so it's saying that please provide the comment you would like to case number. So see, in first prompt it's asked, could you please provide the case number and the comment you'd like to add. So I haven't provided the comment, but I give the only the number, case number. So still it's asking, please provide the comment you would like to add to case number this. Okay, so it said, okay, analyst is, or maybe customer, please fix this issue ASP. Okay, please fix this issue ASP. See, so the comment, please fix this issue, has been successfully added to the case number. Is there anything else I can assist it you? Okay, so now we will see here whether the it is actually updated or not. See, if you see here, this has been updated. Who is going to update it? This is the Einstein service agent user, like my agent. And this is the comment, please fix this issue ASP. So this is actually getting updated. Okay, suppose please fix this issue. I need to increase this priority. Okay, so let me see how I can able to do. It's asking, is there anything else I can assist? Yes, I need to increase its priority. Priority. Okay, see, so it's saying that to update the priority of case number, could you please provide the new priority label? The valid options are low, medium, high. Okay, additionally, please confirm the current status of case, which can be new, working, escalated. So see how intelligently on the basis of this prompt it's asking, like, okay, if you are want to increase its priority, make sure that like you also update it. Okay, so suppose I am giving it's the high. Okay, so it's asking, okay, see how it is going to treat us. The priority of case number has been successfully updated to high while maintaining the status as a working. Means if I haven't provided and it is working, which means, see, if it was a new, maybe at that time it could ask, okay, but it is asking, okay, if the priority has been successfully updated while maintaining the status as a working. Okay, so let's see here what happened to this case. See, the priority has been updated. Okay, and here see the my agent is also showing that case updated, priority low to high. Okay, and see, since it is updated, so anything which is going to update here like a status priority fields, okay, I need to also make sure that, okay, this is going to reflect into the here. So it was the working low. See what happened to this. Okay, see, one thing I have noticed, or maybe we are using the developer version or what. Okay, although it is the real time, but I have seen almost like 5 to 10 seconds it's used to take to update it. Okay, so still it's showing the case priority as a low. See, see, now it has been updated as a high. Okay, so parallelly this is also like make sure that it is going to consistent. Okay, so whatever the status into the service cloud, it is also going to see into the this year. Okay, now like we'll see one more here, like it has also capability. I want to create a new case. Okay, so like suppose if you want to raise a case or new, so it is asking all these informations. Okay, so it's asking all these informations. So suppose if I will take it quickly, okay, just for the demo purpose. Okay, I will see whether this is happening or not. See, the case has been created here, 107. So we'll see here, and all those things we are doing here, this is getting updated like critical. So this internal comments or other I haven't added on this. So only the status priority, this is going to consider as of now. And see here, the new case has been created here. Okay, and this is also going to, we'll see here the new case. Oh, sorry. Okay, see, so new case is here. And if you see who has created this new case, this is the Einstein one. And here see, because see, if you quickly see, I haven't provided the what is the uh, uh, case method through which raise. I haven't provided what is the priority. I have just set the default one. Okay, and what is the default one I have set? Okay, I said that, okay, every time whenever we are going to use the agent, the case origin will be wave, and this will be only the high. Okay, the status will be new. So this is the reason it's saying that a new high priority case has been created, take immediate action. This is I have given into the flow. Okay, and this is the task. Okay, so task is also getting created here. Okay, now we have created this case here. Okay, so there are a lot many things we can be able to. Okay, can you fetch me all, can you fetch all high priority new cases? Okay, so see, so it's fetching. Okay, here are all the high priority new cases. Okay, so like we can able to see the statistics as well, like suppose on a particular account how many case has been closed, created. Okay, so these all is a capability to showcase it. Okay, so this is, we have seen like how this agentic is going to work. Okay, and for each things behind is going to work as a flow. Okay, each things which is going to work the flow builders flow. Okay, since our agent is active, okay, Now we are going to see the second part, the third part, how my data, this MuleSoft agent force is going to connect with that. Okay, so I will quickly wrap this. Okay, so we have the three things we need to make sure that whenever we are going to connect with the any agent. Okay, especially here I will take the example of the Salesforce agent. Okay, so we need to start the conversation, which means the initiate the conversations. Okay, so whenever you are going to, let me show you this global configurations of the agent. Okay, so whenever you are going to give this client ID, okay, or maybe this client secret or token URL. Okay, so what is going to happen? Okay, this is going to bring all the associated or available agent which are the active into the agent list. So as of now, we'll see I have the only one agent which is active. This is going to give you all this agent. Okay, so through that agent you need to initiate the first conversations. Okay, after that, once the this is going to happen, it is going to give the session ID. Against that particular session ID, you need to continue the conversation with the agent. We will see. So how we are going to continue with this conversation? It's required the two parameters. One is required the payload prompt, okay, which basically our the agent prompt the instructions what need to do. Second is the session ID, which we have received from here. Okay, and third thing is like once we are going to like over, we can going to end this agent. Okay, against our session ID. So we'll see how this is going to, because it's running. Okay, so I will quickly use as a postman these things like start conversations. Okay, so this is my the conversation. So let me start here. So first, the purpose of this start conversation is to get the session ID. Okay, so see here we got the session ID. Okay, now I'm using this session ID here, this one. Okay, with session ID, what I used to do, can you fetch case details? Okay, so I'm asking, can you fetch a case details? I'm sending it, and if you see, this is happening behind the scene. Okay, so it's asking, see, this is asking, can I fetch the case detail? It is giving me the response, sure, I can help with that, could you please provide the case number for the case you want to details. Means this is the same kind of response which we are used to get here. So but here we are not going to see this whole things into the conversation preview, because this is happening backend and we are getting the response from the agent only. Okay, so we are going to give here, okay, give this 107, this, yes, case number, you can pass this, or better to, case number is this, see. See, so we get this all the details here, like see account number, contact email, right? Created date, descriptions, okay, priority, reason, status, subject, this. Okay. Now, can you update status of case? I'm asking, okay. See, okay, so it's saying the, can you please, oh, status of the case, I'm okay, can you please update the status of, okay, so on the basis of my this prompt, it's saying the current status of case is new. Okay, I'm asking this, I can help with that, could you please provide the new status priority of this. Okay, so here I'm going to give c case status is working and priority is high. Oh, sorry, high, or maybe make it MITIU medium. Okay, let's see. The status of priority has been successfully updated. Working medium. If you need further, feel free to ask. Okay. Now let's see whether it is really getting updated here or not. Okay. So it's working medium, and here you can say this is case has been updated. Okay. And this is case status updated. Okay. So the reason why it is like the updating this Rajiv here, because here I am using this agent, this in the mule I am using this agent. Okay. And it is taking from here, it is taking my this profile one. Okay. In the agent, what was happening, although my profile was there, but it has the profile set, the permission set which I have created, which I have given the name of the Einstein user profile. So that is the reason it's taking that particular profile set username. But here it's taking the my profile name, and it's showing like here it is the updated high priority, high priority. Once that has been done, okay, then we are good to, like, suppose it is done, so we can use this same, and we can able to end our conversations here. Okay, see, so session ended. Okay, we can also be able to see here as a response like session ended. So I think this is the pretty much I think I wanted to showcase as part of this demo. Okay, and I think we are not, I think just 7 minutes we are over, and I think we are open for this Q&A. If anything, any questions we need to discuss or anything. Hope I able to make it is fruitful or something.
Yes, Rajiv, it was quite insightful and in-depth session because people are doing the trainings, but they are not sure what is the real use case. So thanks for showing us.
Right. And I think I'm still working on it. Okay, so this email was not, but otherwise, see, I can show you quickly how it is going to work for the email. So because I think tested, and it is, so like suppose if case is going to registered, it is going to give you in this much informations. Okay, like see, your case registration has been done, so customer is also going to notify that, okay, okay, my case has been done. Okay, fine. And also suppose this case is going to update. Okay, like suppose case update review by your analyst, so customer is in the impression, yeah, or like the someone is working on it. Okay, and suppose if your case is going to close, so it is okay, whether it is case closes, maybe not there, but it is also going to, so yeah, this way it is going to show your case has been also closed. Okay, so since like the this I think I haven't checked before the demo, I was working fine, but I think it's expired this.
No problem, it happens. But
Mm.
yeah, thanks for showing that screenshots as well.
Hmm.
Yeah, open for questions. Okay.